Okay, first off, I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Also want to give a honors and double honors. Also want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word and the brothers who teach sincerely down. I also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth and the speckled birds. I read a precept and I got a video that I want to watch. Is this the right phone with the video on it? Yeah, it is. Alright, this is Revelations 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. And it's talking about America. And is become the habitation of devils and the holds of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So it's pretty much saying this is a place of wickedness and just pure evil and everything. And if you see that in the world, because places like China, Russia, they don't allow the Skittle community stuff there. China will not allow their children to watch American TV or boy bands or anything that has to do with Skittle activity. I hope y'all know what I'm saying when I say Skittle. Rainbow, Skittles, you know. So, and that all the other countries look at America as a laughing stock now. America's not mighty no more. America's not strong no more. And the video I'm about to play after this is how nobody wants to go to the military no more. And the numbers are huge. Like, they can't get nobody in the military, so they're trying to strategize how to get people to willingly and want to go fight in the military, because having a draft is not going to make people participate. You know, it's just forcing people to go fight for you. They might just leave the line, you know. Ain't nobody heart going to be into it, because don't nobody want to fight for America. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And what it means, they are all drunk of the wrath of her fornication. Fornicating with. Oh my goodness! Every time I try to do a video, this cat get demon in it. Get out! Get out! Out! Get out! It's a lot here, y'all. For all nations have drunk a wine of the wrath of her fornication. And that wine is her philosophies, her ways. And her ways is the beast system. So all the other countries came here and got involved with the beast system in order to get rich and get money. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. That means they slept with her, not physically, but they slept with her doctrine, her ways, anytime anybody comes over here, they have to get re-educated in the American system, in the American way. Okay, that's what that means. With her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich. So when they came and learned her new system and slept with this beast system, they became rich, Like China, that's our goods. Every time you look on anything, it never says China. It always says China or Japan or from somewhere else. Because America's not good at making things, So everything that we got is merchants from other places. So if this place shut down, that's why when they had the docks was about to shut down, everybody was scared, because no food would get here, no nothing would get here. To be honest, just nothing would be able to get here if we can't transport it. So if they close down all the bridges and close down the docks, we won't have food, we won't have clothes, we won't have video game systems, we won't have anything, because most of everything we get is from the other countries. That's why it says they wax rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard of other. Okay, let me get my other preset. This is Joel 3:9. Because proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men awoke, But ain't no mighty men in America no more. They're asleep, they're dead. They're all even sick, PTSD from some, on drugs, suicidal, or are they gonna be fruity? And that's what our army's gonna be, filled with Fruit Loops. You can't take nobody serious. Ain't no man of war in America no more. That's gone, because through their ways, through their beast system of making everything the way they did, they made America soft, and they making everybody gay. So what y'all gonna do with war, man? If y'all making everybody, y'all forcing it on kids, y'all forcing the animes, the cartoons. So, man, come on, like, America is not strong anymore. All the other countries are strong that y'all been punking for years, going in, taking their resources, killing their people, doing whatever y'all want to do to them. They're strong now because Russia, the bear, which is in Ezekiel 35, I think. I think it's Ezekiel 38. I can't think of it right now, but it's when the bear, the Lord is using the bear, which is the Russians, to start this thing and lead this thing and end America. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare a war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And, assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together around about titter, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right, and that's going into this World War III we're about to go into, which is all Bible prophecy, because it's World War III, and in the midst of World War III, this draft is gonna happen. The woman ain't gonna have no men no more. The woman got to go too, so these women gonna get humbled, and a lot of women are gonna be by themselves and single, and they're gonna get terrorized in Jacob's trouble. Major judgment coming on these women, because you see how these women are acting after Trump won the election. They're losing their mind. They're losing their freaking mind. And you see how much that this beast system has turned our woman against us. And this place is completely just wicked. Because I was thinking, like, man, all these women going crazy because they want to be able to get abortions, which is, I'm gonna do a video on that next, Lord willing. It's just all wickedness, But the whole point of this video, the mighty was come down, is that the weak is strong now, and America is weak. America's behind on nuclear weapons. Last time I checked, we didn't have no hypersonic missiles. We got Skittle people that's control of the nuclear buttons. Like, there's nothing strong about America no more. Okay? So let's watch this video.
We need to remain cautiously optimistic about the future recruiting operations as we continue to recruit in a market that has low youth propensity to serve, limited familiarity with military opportunities, a competitive labor market, and a declining eligibility among young adults. More specifically, we've observed over the last decade a growing divide between military and civilians. Data indicate that many of today's youth are not interested in military service and have many misperceptions about what life is like as a service member. Additionally, for the first time since this metric has been tracked, the majority of youth have never even considered military service as an option. That is, it's not even on the radar. This divide has been brought about by a confluence of many factors, including the shrinking military footprint and declining veteran presence across society. Young Americans now have fewer direct ties to a family member or a close friend who has served in the military. For example, in 1990, 40% of our young adults had a parent who served. That's down to 15% today.
For this News Nation special report, I spoke to members of the U.S. Army, the Navy, and the Special Forces. With a recruitment shortfall in the tens of thousands, they tell me enlisting young American men and women has never been a higher priority. It's a major effort to maintain a defense that for centuries has been declared the very best in the world.
Company, forward! our military is in crisis, an overwhelming issue blatantly apparent in recruitment centers across the country, which, despite offering lucrative signing bonuses of up to $100,000 in tuition reimbursement opportunities for soldiers, spouses, and children, are still struggling to sign new soldiers.
Recruiting is an uphill battle across the country right now.
Over the past few years, the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines have struggled to meet their goals. In 2022, the Army missed that mark by 15,000 people, a full 25% short of its target. In 2023, the Army projects a 10,000 soldier shortfall. Likewise, the Navy wants to bring aboard 50,000 active duty and reserve recruits this year.
We are challenged by the fact that a small number of young Americans, 23%, are qualified to serve. Fewer still, we're finding, are interested in serving. And that's something that we are working very hard to change.
Former Green Beret John Spears fought in Vietnam. He points to a number of reasons why the decline is so significant.
There is a cultural bias against a young person who makes that decision to join the military, that they're somehow taking a less desirable pipeline to success.
To meet its quotas, some branches of the U.S. military are making concessions for recruits who could have once been disqualified.
You are no longer a civilian.
Like the Navy, which may offer waivers to those with previous drug use, have a history of mental illness, or who scored low on aptitude tests if they believe their candidate could still be molded into a quality sailor. But the sudden acceptance of once considered subpar recruits begs a serious question.
If the United States were to suddenly be in a conflict, would our military be able to hold the line and be the best defense that it's always been projected to be?
I'm 100% confident that our military can and would do what it needs to do to hold the line and win our nation's wars.
As America enters its 50th year of an all-volunteer force, military leaders don't foresee a draft in our future.
We have the greatest, smartest, most physically fit, ready soldiers that I have.
That's a dang lie. They lying. You already just said, but you got the Russians over there training with bears. You got North Korea over there doing hand-to-hand. No, you got the Japanese or the Chinese people doing hand-to-hand combat. You got the North Koreans. You know, everybody's stronger than us. That's a lie.
Ever seen in my life. We have the highest grade military member that we have ever had. Anybody who wants to start the adventure of their life, I say, go for it.
Recently, in an effort to get more of those unqualified Americans in, both the U.S. Army and the Navy.
See how they're trying to con people to go into the military? Because the elites know that they're going to end up fighting against the chariots, a.k.a. the UFOs, Yahweh Shai. The elites know that, so they're fooling the people.
We have launched prep courses for those soldiers and sailors who may not meet those physical or intellectual requirements of the U.S. Army and Navy and military. Basically, this is a way for them to cut weight or get the grades that they need to actually join our armed forces. Elizabeth?
All right, Alex.
They offered them $100,000 signing bonus. Man, you ain't going to get to spend that $100,000. You're going to get destroyed by the Lord. You're going to get destroyed by them nukes. But with that being said, shalom.